Hello, my name is Chandra. Welcome to your flow today. We are going to be doing more of an intermediate sequence. So if you would like to stay in the beginner realm, you can check out the other videos on my channel. If you are not familiar with a posture, or if you don't feel comfortable doing a certain posture, for example, I'm going to include headstand in this practice, feel free to simply take either a child's pose or a downward facing dog until the following posture. Okay, let's start today in our standing position at the top of the mat with your feet about hip width distance apart. We're going to start with some vinyasas. On the inhale, we're going to reach the arms overhead, and this time we're going to take a little bit of a back bend. So bring your hands back towards the back of the room, look up, and then on the exhale, we're going to hinge at the waist and fold forward. Grab hold of the opposite elbows and sway back and forth a few times as we open up the hamstrings and the spine. Just a couple more breaths here. You can take turns bending alternating knees. Then you're going to place the hands to frame the feet. On the inhale, halfway lift, so lengthen the spine. And on the exhale, we're going to reach the left foot back to the back of the mat and bring the arms up into high lunge. Look up, 3 breaths. 1. Navel in, shoulders down and away from the ears. 2. And 3. On the exhale, let's frame the foot. And we're going to take our Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. 3 breaths. 1. Pushing the ground away. 2, moving the heels towards the earth, and 3. On the inhale, let's bring the left foot between the hands, the arms rise, high lunge left side, look up, 3 breaths. 1, the back leg stays straight and active. 2, and 3. On the exhale, you're going to frame the foot. Bring the right foot up next to the left as you inhale for that halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, let's rise all the way up. The arms go up and then to the back of the room, looking back. And back into our mountain posture, standing pose. Let's take one more. Inhale, arms go up, all the way back. Exhale, let's fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, the left foot back. Come up for high lunge. 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Frame the foot. Bring the right foot back so you're in your plank. Exhale, down Chaturanga. Inhale into your upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. 1, melting your chest forward. 2, and 3. Let's inhale that left foot forward this time, reaching the hands up into our high lunge. 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Frame the foot, bring the right leg up. Inhale for halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up, hands together, looking back to the back of the room. And back to center. Okay, let's do that one more time, and then we're going to end in warrior. So inhale up and back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, left foot back, high lunge. Exhale, frame the foot, take your flow, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot is forward. Come up for your high lunge. Exhale, frame the foot. Chaturanga again. Hold your chaturanga, half push-up. 3 breaths. 1, 2, navel in. Arms are at 90 degrees. 3, inhale, upward facing dog. 3 breaths. 1, look up, chest out. 2, quads are active. 3, exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Inhale, the right leg goes up, bend the knee, open up that hip. Take a couple circles in the air with your knee. Then, while your leg is still bent, we're gonna drop that right leg to the outside of the mat and take wild thing. So your weight is on your left hand and your left leg, a little bit on your right leg, and you're looking out as you splay that right arm out. And on the exhale, let's come back to our downward facing dog with the right leg up to the sky, point the toes. And on the exhale, let's bring that right leg in, placing it between the hands. Your back leg goes at a 90-degree angle. Windmill up for warrior 2. Shoulders away from the ears. 3 breaths here, looking to the front hand. 1. Energetically moving that front knee out to activate the glutes. 2. And 3. Let's go ahead and reverse warrior. So flip the right palm up and bring it overhead, bicep along with the ear, looking up to the top hand if it's okay for the neck. 3 breaths. Don't lose that bend in your front leg. 2. And 3. Come back up. Warrior 2. On the inhale, straighten the front leg. Let's walk the back leg in a little bit. And on the exhale, let's shift the weight into the left leg and take triangle posture. You can either grab your big toe, place your hand on your shin or next to your shin, whatever works for you. Looking up to the top hand, both knees are straight. 1, 2, and 3. On the inhale, let's come back up with our arms in a T shape. This time we're gonna move the back foot to be at a 45-degree angle. The legs are staying straight. We're gonna take revolved triangle. So right hand on hip, inhale, left arm goes up, and exhale, cross the left hand to the outside of the right foot, either on the floor, on your shin, or against your calf. Then raise the right arm up to the ceiling and twist open in your chest. 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Look back down. Inhale, come back up. And this time, we're gonna take warrior 3. So step all of your weight onto your right leg. Bring the left leg off the ground. Flex the foot. The arms go forward. Hold warrior 3. 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. On the inhale, we're gonna bring that left knee to your chest, hug it in, active left foot. 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Let's bring that left ankle to the top of the right thigh. And you can either stay here or bend deeply into that right leg with your hands in prayer. If you would like to go deeper, you can place your hands on the mat as you sink ever lower to stretch out that left hip. You can hook your foot around your tricep if you wish. 3 breaths. 1, 2. Remember to draw the navel in. And 3. On the inhale, let's slowly come up and take hold of your left foot with your left arm, taking a quad stretch. And as you exhale, you can choose, if you wish, to lean forward onto the floor with your right hand to deepen the stretch in the quad. 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Inhale, back up to center, release the foot. We are now in a standing position. Inhale, arms up and to the back of the room. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left leg goes back. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot goes forward, lunge. Exhale, another chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. On the inhale, let's lift the left leg high in the sky. Bend that knee and take some knee circles to open up that left hip. And then we're going to drop the left leg to the outside of the mat, onto the right side, wild thing. Looking out to the left hand. Hips are going up, using the glutes, stretching wide open. And exhale, let's come back to downward facing dog with the left leg up and pointed toes. And we're gonna bring that foot in between the hands. Move the back foot at a 90-degree angle and come up into warrior 2. Look towards your front hand. 3 breaths, 2. Again, moving that knee out to flex the glutes. And 3. Inhale, flip the front hand upwards and take reverse warrior. Bend even more deeply into that front knee. 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Come forward. And let's inhale, straighten that front leg. Walk the back leg in a little bit. On the exhale, shift the weight back into the right leg and take your triangle posture. Look up to the top hand. 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. You can look down if you wish. Come back up with your arms spread. We're gonna put the hands on the hips, change your back foot to a 45-degree angle instead of 90 degrees because we're gonna take the revolved triangle. So with your left hand on your hip, you inhale the right arm up, look up, and exhale, twist it out. That right arm goes to the outside of the left foot. You look up to the ceiling, rotate your shoulders up, reach the left hand to the sky, straighten the legs. 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Back down to the foot. Inhale, come back up. We're gonna take our warrior 3. Shift the weight into the left leg. Bring the right leg up so your body is in as straight a line as possible. Reach your arms out. Raise that leg even higher. Active foot. 1, 2, and 3. On the inhale, we're gonna bring that knee to the chest. Hug it in. 3 breaths. Active foot. 1, 2, and 3. Let's take that right ankle, cross it over the left thigh. You can either take prayer pose or again, come all the way to the floor as you stretch out that right hip for 3 breaths. Deep breaths here. 1. Imagine sending the breath directly to the sensations you feel. 2. And 3. On our inhale, we'll slowly come back up. Take hold of the right foot and the right hand to stretch out that quad. And on the exhale, you can come slowly down to the floor for an intense quad stretch. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, let's inhale up, release. Shake the legs out a little bit. It is intense. Inhale, arms up, looking back to the back of the room. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot goes back. Come up into high lunge. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot comes forward. Arms up, high lunge. And exhale, back to your plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. 1, 2, and 3. Bring the knees to the floor. Walk the hands forward and meld your chest to the floor. Your forehead can touch the floor. So you're opening the shoulders and the chest here. 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Walk the hands underneath your shoulders and push up into tabletop pose. Inhale, you're taking cow, so tilt the tailbone up to the sky and look up, pulling the chest forward. And on the exhale, we take cat, push the ground away, round the back, and tuck the tailbone under. Inhale, bring the tailbone up, chest out, look up. Exhale, cat, push the ground away, round the spine. Come back to neutral tabletop. We're gonna walk up into our plank posture. Let's hold plank for 5 breaths. 1, so your hands are beneath your shoulders. Your toes are on the floor, your feet are active, quads are active. Internal rotation in the tops of the legs. Knitting the rib cage together. 3, don't let your hips drop. 4, and 5. On the inhale, we're going to walk or jump up into frog posture. So the feet are going behind the hands, a little bit of a wide stance. Toes are out, heels are in. As you sit down, bring your hands into prayer and use your elbows to push the legs wide open. Hold here for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3. Keep pressing the elbows against the legs to open up. 4, and 5. Let's place the hands on the floor. We are going to take Bakasana, crow pose. So if you haven't done this one before, you're going to bring your knees into basically your armpits or rest on your triceps. This is an arm balance posture. And so you move forward like this. You move your weight shifted into the hands, and you can slowly bring your feet up one by one to balance on the hands. If you haven't tried this before, please be very careful and be prepared to roll forward if you fall out. Let's take 3 more breaths here. 1, 2, you can straighten the arms more if you want, and 3. To come out of this pose, you can either come gently down into Malasana frog pose or jump back into chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Wherever you are, we meet in downward facing dog. Go ahead and come onto your hands and knees again. We will take headstand here. If headstand is not in your practice, feel free to take a well-deserved child's pose, or you can stay in downward facing dog, which is also an inversion. To start with our forearm headstand, we're going to interlace the fingers. Place your hands on the mat. The crown of the head will go on the mat as you press your head against your hands. We'll inhale, bring the knees off the mat, and you can walk your feet towards your face. Then we'll slowly crunch one leg and then the second, and then move up into headstand. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go ahead and bring the heels back to the glutes. Slowly bring the knees into the chest. And come out of your headstand and into child's pose. You can either take wide-legged or have your legs together. Place your forehead on the mat, and you can have your arms out, stretched in front of you or by your sides. Let's take 5 breaths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. On the inhale, let's come up into our tabletop pose. We're going to take a seated position. So you go ahead and turn around, sit down. We can do a cross-legged position, or you can take half lotus or full lotus. With your hands resting on your thighs, either face up or down, you can take a mudra if you wish. The spine is erect, the crown of the head is reaching towards the ceiling. 5 breaths. You can close your eyes if you wish. Tuck the chin. 1, 2, navel in, shoulder blades together. 3, 4, and 5. Open your eyes, uncross the legs. We're going to lie down slowly. Bring the legs up to grab a hold of either the big toes, the outside of the feet, or the inside, whichever you prefer for your happy baby. The knees are outside the shoulders, or you can pull them into your armpits, and then rock back and forth to massage the back. Breathing at your own pace. We'll do this for about 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give the knees one good squeeze. You can also support the back of your head as you crunch. Hug the knees nice and tight. And then on the exhale, release into your Shavasana. Take up lots of space and remain here for about 1 minute, and I will wake you. Close the eyes, release Ujjayi breath. Let yourself breathe at a normal pace and relax. slowly start to take some deeper breaths with your eyes still closed. And bring your awareness to your fingers and your toes as you start to add some movement. Moving your hands and your feet. You can also take bigger movements now into the arms and the legs, maybe rolling them in and out. Stretching the arms up overhead to a big stretch and roll over onto one arm so your head is resting on your bicep. On your inhale, you'll use the other arm to push yourself up into a seated posture, at which point you may choose to open the eyes. After you're in a comfortable seated position, we can bring our hands to prayer mudra. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed our practice today, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye.